Started as it was kind of a hybrid cover band, and then we started shifting into an original band from there with the previous band, Backdoor Cyclops.
It was back then there was no place for original band to play here, so the place that we were playing, they didn't want us to play original stuff, and we started off as a cover band just for fun, yeah. And then when we got together, we wrote like 10 songs in like freaking one practice. Yeah. So from there, it was just like, you know, just kind of like a snowball. Yeah, but we had no outlet for it. Yeah. So what happened was, after a while, we started throwing our original stuff in, but we'd say, hey, this is a new song by Pearl Jam or Rage Machine or whatever the fuck. And then
very prominent here in El Paso, along with, you know, what we're doing with the Razors and all that stuff, with Pissing Razors. But when I left that group to do Pissing Razors, it wasn't always kind of the same thing, because Rick Valles, our bass player for Pissing Razors, also came from that same group. Without, like I said, without naming names and taking away from what we did over there, because those were our roots. That's what we do, and we hold those things true. And I love those brothers, and I still do to this day. I talk to them every day. Well, not every day, but at least as much as I can, you know. But jealousy runs through us all. And is it gonna happen? Yes, it is. We do things to better ourselves, and that's all it is. It's no harm, no foul kind of thing, you know.
When I started the band in 1991, we were a thrash speed metal band, and we stayed thrash speed metal up until about 1995. Boogie's actually the one who introduced me to death metal, and it was pretty much a no-brainer because the intrigue for me personally was the music of death metal. And so, yeah, we were going there, and we love it, and we ain't going back.
What struggles did you face as a struggling musician?
Oh man, as a struggling musician, you got to live out of U-Hauls. You gotta go hungry for days. You know, you're barely making it, and I say this business is not for the weak at heart. If you love the business, you can do it. If you don't love the business, then you know you're not for it. Because it's
and if you want, like, you know, if you want to make money out of every fucking hour of work, or if you want to have, you know, safety all around you, and you want to have the kind of life that's going to give you some, you know, Well, it just doesn't work that way. The music industry isn't built that way. And in the beginning, I think any band you would talk to will say the same thing. You want to get out there, you want to prove yourself, you want to play music, you want to meet your friends, and you want to play live, and you want to, and especially if you're a death metal act, you know, it's not really about sitting back and hope for things to come to you. That's not what it's about. You know, you want to get out there. And so even if we, like Andrew said, you know, we kind of knew that shit was going to come to the fan, you know, stuff is going to happen that you may not love, you know, we knew that. Sometimes I would have to say things happened that were a little over the top, to be honest, but well, that's how it is, you know. Those are the things that you make fun of today, that you can remember with some laughs, you know. But it's all good. It's all good. That's how it is, you know. No complaints.
So, did you ever get ripped off by any event promoters? Any of the shows that you guys played?
Never. I agree. Making money hand over fist. We're just fucking trying to survive, you know.
Yeah, it's hard enough to get to the next town when they're not paying you, you know.
So what did you do?
Oh, in my deal, we showed up to a gig one time. We set up, did everything. The opening band came on. Then the guy pulled the plug on the show. We didn't get paid. Nobody got paid. Everybody got screwed, you know.
We don't get paid. We only do it for exposure. That's all.
And for the passion.
Underground scene or metal scene here in the Philippines, a bit of struggle, but we're all solid here. Every time there is an event, even though there's no crowd, all the bands are solid. Everyone support each other, and we don't give a fuck about the mainstream shit.
What they say.
Just do what we love to do.
Yeah. And share our music. It's number one.
Yeah.
So some of the bands that I just mentioned still is on my turntable, obviously. Heck, the new Grand Megas album is like spinning constantly, for example, you know, stuff like that. Anders, what would you say?
I mean, I think that's the thing. Everything stays with you. So, of course, you always keep listening to the stuff you always listen to. Somehow it doesn't get old, you know. You like whatever started you out going. You're choosing records. You know, maybe I'll just put on like, you know, an old Slayer record or an old Autopsy or like the stuff that you liked when you were a kid. You're still liking.
You know, so every CD is going to change. You saw the evolution of older bands. You know, from the first CD to even their third. Major difference in a lot of them. As far as Prophecy goes, we try to keep it, you know, we call it prophesizing the song, so it's, you still know, hey, that's Prophecy, but you can tell the difference, and you can tell the evolution of the band.
10 years old, and then he's been off and on for 7 years now. So I was in the band 7 years ago, and then I left because I had a drug problem, and then now I've been back for almost 2 years.
It's a long time to be married to men.
Yeah. Long relationship.
In my opinion, all music influences the next genre that comes out. So it all started from somewhere anyways.
Multi-genre band, so we play all styles of music, like hip-hop, rock. But we hang on the metal edge quite a bit, so most of our songs have the metal influence on them. And I can scream with the brutalists of the brutals, but we just wanted music that was a little diverse where I could sing, and that's why we started coming out with like these singles like Demon and stuff like this that have different styles, like on our first album with our second album, Stay in the Clouds, we got a rapper called Grilla. He came out, he got on a song called Burn This World with us, and that kind of got us with like, whoa, I really like this hip-hop genre with the rock, and learn quick and being able to adapt with different styles comes in. You never know the opportunity that's going to be dropped right in front of you, especially working for bands and stuff like that. Think, adapt, learn your craft, play the fuck out of the guitar.
Especially being in Calgary, you know, we are in the West, we're kind of locked in the prairies. We're so far from places like Vancouver, even further from Toronto. Montreal, all like the big cities that have the music scene that Canada's kind of known for, you know, X amount of dates on the road. That's always a big struggle, and you definitely don't want to bring too much or too little. And especially if you're doing something international, going overseas, bringing it on the plane, you know, how much do you press there? How much do you bring from home? And obviously those were, it was a great place to start out, you know. What did happen one night, you know, and this is just being, you know, I was foolish, didn't think any better. We all know never leave equipment in the vehicle. You know, we were, yeah, you know where this is going. So we finished the show. This was in Macedonia. We finished the show, and then we decided to go to a bar just close by the venue afterwards.
I think that's the same thing with Finnish people, with Nightwish, Bodom, and whatever, Winter Sun, whatever else there. It's like, it's so fucking huge importance to people here that, hey, holy shit, you can make this kind of fucking music and still, you know, people like it, and you can make it as a job, and you know, it's really, I think, to at least to my generation of people, it's really fucking important. And
especially they have shown the road basically that anyone can go. You just need to give the hours to the training and everything. You can just go and just do what you love, and maybe just play shows around your own country and maybe Europe and other countries abroad.
Practice at home, don't practice at gigs.
Yeah.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
From Major Moments, you're watching Pure Metal of Gods on YouTube.
Rock on!
Hello, my name is Tommi Manninen and this is Gate Open! And you are listening and watching Pure Metal of Gods magazine on YouTube. Let's rock!
Hi guys, this is Dennis Prophecy, and you're listening to your Pure Metal of Gods on Fuck yeah!
This is Matt Miller.
And this is Jordan Kelso.
And you're watching Pure Metal of the Gods magazine on YouTube.
Hey, this is Jeff Becerra for that, and you're watching Pure Metal of the Gods. Stay blessed, stay possessed.